Hello everyone and welcome. This is Commander Curses and I'm back in Elite Dangerous. Sorry for the long delay. I have been doing many things. I upgraded the Curses Mines HQ, bought a new house, and I've had a lot of things to do with that, so that's part of the reason I've been away. I've also been doing a lot of trading, trying to get a lot of money in Elite, and it's pretty boring just doing trading, so I have not been doing much in terms of videos, but I'm back. I'm rearing to go. I have an update today on the next patch, the 1.3 patch, which is to do with Powerplay. I'll do a bit of a rundown on that, and I've been playing with these two community goals, so I'll talk about that as well. But first, I need to kill 9 Warzone ships for a mission, so I'm going to do that, and I will catch up with you shortly. See you soon.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
And that should just about do it. Alright, where are we off to? Stapleton Dock. Okay, so I'm at Stapleton Dock to deliver my quest and also my community goal. Before I get there though, I will talk a little bit about my new command center. Upgrading my abode means that I've got upgraded internet, so I do have capability for streaming of my game now, so I may be putting up some little videos on my channel telling when I'm going to start streaming. And I've got a Twitch channel which is the same name as the current channel, so it's Curses Mines on Twitch, and so that could be interesting, could be boring. You can log on to Twitch and ask me questions or say hi, or maybe even join up in game. That would be pretty cool. So I'm going to start that soon. I'll probably do it during my daytimes when I have time off from my normal job. Yeah, so anyway, that's that. What am I doing at Stapleton Dock? Well, I think it's this one. Nope, not that one. This one. So I'm going to get 1,000,000 credits. There was 2 opposing community goals. So there was protecting against betrayers, extended addendum betrayers of the Empire, came to the system of, what is it called, Queriva, to take it over. And there were 2 community goals. I was a little bit naughty and I took both of them, and I turned in combat bonds for both of them. But it's now over. That was my cell phone. And what happened? Well, what happened was Addendum Betrayers, he only got to tier 2, and the old Queriva happy freedom fighters got up to tier 6. So I did get in the top 70% for both of them, so I end up with 3.2 million credits for that one, and 1 million credits for this one. So I've got money. The reason why I am so money happy, ooh, I'm friendly with them now, that's pretty great, is because, what's happening here? I've got 39 million, but what's happening is that at the Zaonce system, there was a community goal over the weekend, and all of the, what are they called? All of the planes, all of the ships made there, all of the snake planes, apart from the Asp, are on sale 16% off, and I'm so close to being able to afford a Python that I can almost feel it. I can almost touch the good of the jury steel armor. So I'm going to grind up 10 million credits. It costs 48 million, but I need some for the rebuy. Buy a Python and fly around in it. So that's my current plan. Anyway, what I'm going to do in the meantime is turn in this other the other community goal. Let me just show you the system map. So I think part of the reason this community goal was failed by the Empire is because what's happening? So you pick up the community goal for the Empire side at Stapleton Dock. Arrival point 28,000 light seconds away from the jump point. And you pick up the Independence fight from Girdle Dock, 23 light seconds from the jump point. So it's much easier to complete this one. You have to travel for about 10 minutes to get to Stapleton Dock. And so, as a consequence, the Empire lost out. They should have put their thing at the Brendan Gateway. I mean, another thing is these ones only have medium starports, and this one has large landing points. But anyway, they should have put it at the Brendan Gateway. Everyone would have been fighting their little lasers off at all the combat zones there. Okay, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn to my combat bonds. And then I'm going to head to create the Girdle Dock, turn in my thing, and then I will jump back to, so let's go on the map, jump back to where I came from and get my trading ship and do 10 million credits grinded out. Grinded. 110 light years away. Oh, it's not a fun flight in this ship. Anyway, I will see you when I get back into jump mode and talk about the new patch. Catch you soon. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the Powerplay update, the 1.3 update. There's quite a few big changes coming. It's kind of like a maybe an expansion that's free. I don't really think of it like that. I think it's kind of adding it's fleshing out the game more. So there's changes to crime, there's changes to factions, adding another tier in factions. There's changes to missions, and there's 2 new ships. So first I'll talk about the crime. Okay, so they're changing the way bounties work. At the moment you can get a bounty on you and go to the nearest station, pay it off, and you're crime free. They're changing the bounties, so you can't pay them off until after a week. So you've got a bounty for a whole week, but it's only per faction, per minor faction, so that's the ones in the system. So as soon as you jump out of the system, you're clean, but every system you get a bounty and you've got to wait a week. It does so after a week, as long as you stay clean in that system, you don't get any extension. But if you do keep doing crime, your bounty's going to keep getting extended, keep going up, and yes, so that could be quite bad for you if you want to stay in that system. It means that instead of being wanted by an entire faction, so if you can't get a bounty with the Federation anymore, So they do plan to add faction-wide bounties later, but at the initial stage they're just going to add it per minor faction, and if so they're going to add it so that if you get too many minor faction of the same major faction bounties, then you get all your bounties add together and you get a major faction bounty, and everyone's on the lookout for you. After the bounty expires, you get a fine, and you always get a fine. You can never get away from paying the fine unless you don't go back to that system. And the way that they enforce that is if you die in a system that you have a fine, you respawn and the fine is added to your rebuy cost and your insurance. So that's a good way of doing it. I mean, there'll be a lot of places that you will never have to pay the fine, but if you die, you still have to pay the fine in that system if you die in that system. So you know, you always got to be careful about that kind of thing. After you die and someone doesn't kill you, so you fly into an asteroid in a dark asteroid field, just because you're boosting, the bounty becomes dormant. So when people scan you, you're not going to show up with a bounty, but if the cops scan you, then it comes back to life, and you've got another 7 days until you have to pay it off. And it's all just complicated. I don't really. It's just to stop people from getting away from bounties by killing themselves or crashing their ship to get rid of it. And so, yeah, fines never expire. And another change to crime they're making speed limits.
Frameshift
Speed limits in the
drive
no-fire zone of stations. So if you go over 100 meters per second, this is what they're going to test. That's not confirmed yet. If you go over 100 meters per second and you hit someone, you get a fine against you, and it's actually a bounty, not a fine. It's a bounty. And so the station, the police, every other player will open up fire on you, and you get dead. So don't, you know, this is to stop people from ramming people in stations basically and killing them because they have a big ship and the other person has a little ship, and it's just people claim it's griefing. I think it's pretty mean to where are we going? Yeah, so it's good. I think it's pretty good to stop people from smashing other people's ships for no good reason. Ramming has its place. It's in combat. Alright, so after crime, Powerplay faction changes. So it's called Powerplay for a reason. They're adding a new tier of factions. It's below the major factions. They're called powers, and it's above the minor factions, which are these guys here, the system factions. Oh, I'm going too fast. Fail. So what these are powers centered around major figures in the galaxy. So for instance, in the update email, Denton Petraeus was a power leader, and he's been talked about a lot in the Galnet news, and he's done a lot of things. So he's one of the power leaders, and so you can join up with his power, and it will give you different perks. And if someone declares war against Denton Petraeus, what am I doing? I'm flying badly. If someone declares war about Denton Petraeus, then they can attack you ruthlessly and without any repercussions, really, so long as you're in the system where where they're in control. And if you are Denton Petraeus' mob, then you can go ahead and attack without having to worry about getting told off, which is quite good. You know, it means it kind of... What am I doing? I am requesting docking. So it's kind of... it encourages a bit more PvP, but only in a specific way. And so if you aren't interested in that kind of thing, you don't have to be a part of a power. You can just play the game as you want. And so I think that that's kind of quite a good thing to add a bit more depth to the game. So what it does is it kind of it directs gameplay, so a bit similar to community goals, as well as giving perks, and it will add a little bit of depth. And what else have I got in my notes? Have I got a landing pad? 12, there it is. And so what you can do with your power is you can increase the power, or you can, you know, by your actions you can cause it to lose wars and things like that, and so your power may end up getting destroyed, end up getting completely dominated by the other powers, and you end up having to find a new power. So it's supposed to be really dynamic kind of thing to add to the game, and yeah, it sounds pretty good. Okay, so what else is there? Mission changes. So missions have been changed to enhance the Powerplay faction changes. I think we can all agree the missions are a bit broken at the moment. See, this is me going 100, less than 100. Here we go. I'm not going to ram John Foster. It's not in the game yet, but you can see how slow it is to have to fly around in the 6-kilometer combat zone. Okay, so what am I doing? I am going to my next system. So let's go there. Did that work? Yes, it did. So mission. So it's going to have branched missions working properly. At the moment they're broken. It's going to have, if you get a mission, then to deliver all the cargo to the station, then people that are opposed to that may issue a piracy mission to kill all traders delivering to the station and all this sort of thing. So it's a bit more complicated, and I think it'll really add depth to the game. That's not there at the moment. You know, missions feel a bit tacked on, a bit procedurally generated. There's too much randomness in the missions. What am I doing? Why has it not sent me? Oh, silly thing. Alright, hold on a sec. I know what to do. I know what to do. Do I know what to do? This is very bad planning. Where is Lou? Okay, so I am going up here. Can I dock at Can I dock here? I don't know. Well, I can scoop there at least, so let's do that. Alright, back to my notes. And one example that they use for the new mission system is that for assassination missions you don't have to go and troll unidentified signal sources for hours on end. You'll be able to see the target floating around the system that it's supposed to be in Super Cruise, probably causing mayhem as they would be, considering that they have a assassination on their heads. Okay, so that's what I've got to say about missions. And then finally there's two new ships. The Diamondback, which is a low to mid-range ship, so I'm saying low is less than 50 million credits. And probably less than 20 million credits actually. Oh, what's that button? That's not the right button. They think people, quote unquote, the forums think that it's a multi-role ship at a level below the ASP for trading or fighting. It looks pretty cool in the art, but there's been no 3D art, just the concept drawing has been posted, and that's pretty cool. The other ship is the Imperial Courier, which is another multi-role ship that people are saying it's a multi-role ship. I'm not really sure. Probably above the Courier in terms of cost and size, and it's a gameplay favorite from the previous games. Imperial Courier, well, Imperial Clipper wasn't in the previous games. What am I doing? Why is it not working? Computer.
Frameshift drive charging.
Why are you not throttling? Anyway, the Imperial Courier is a multi-role ship above the Clipper, as I said, and so that should probably require a higher rank with the Empire. Throttle up to engage. Have I broken my throttle? What's happening? I'm gonna be overheating, aren't I? Okay, that's got to stop. Alright, well, for now I'm just going to have to look longingly at a star because I cannot figure out what's going on with my ship. Right, so the Imperial Courier, pretty cool. It looks cool in the art, and I'm looking forward to having a go of it. So, that is all I have for now on the 1.3 update. I will say, though, that the excellent people at Lave Radio, which is a podcast, and also a live broadcast on Tuesday, 8 PM British Standard Time, which is probably like 10 AM my time on a Wednesday, is oh, it's more like 6 AM. Anyway, they did a really great review and preview of the Powerplay update in their last podcast number 60 of Lave Radio, so check it out. I recommend it. Very good. And so I'm going to try and fix my throttle problem. I have no idea what's going on. And I will catch up to you for the end of the episode when I get back to Lou. So I'll talk to you soon. Okay, I'm back at the Belladin Gateway. I'm in my Clipper and I'm off to Dizzo. There's a Galnet report. It's got a little pin. It means it's a community written report. Old World Resurgence in Dizzo. So the newest rejuvenation project to hit the Old Worlds has been announced. This time it's the Green Party of Dizzo who have stepped up to the challenge of making its home a pleasant and profitable place to live. So what's happened is in Dizzo there's a rare commodity called the Dizzo Markhorn, and they have a community goal at Dizzo to deliver crop harvesters and we've got atmospheric processors and power generators and water purifiers, farming stuff. to the Dizzo station, and you can get rewards for it. So I have gone and equipped myself with 236 crop harvesters. I've got my map. My map is not set to Dizzo, which is 75 light years or so away. Let's go. Come on. It's also my first jump to what's Rebel? Alliance space. So that's pretty cool. There's Lave up here, which is a famous from the first Elite. There's Leasty. There's Dizzo, which is another one, and there's Zounce, which is where the ships are cheap. So it's a lot of reasons for me to go up there. I also have to earn some rep with the Alliance. Alliance are my favourite of all the major reputations, so I'm looking forward to it. Dizzo also allegedly has a lot of pirate activity, so hopefully I don't lose my ship. How much is my rebuy at the moment? $1 million. So I could be going backwards on this trade. Instead of making 200,000, I'll make negative $1 million. Anyway, plus $400,000 worth of stuff. So I'm off to good old Dizzo. I will probably update you when I do my next video, actually. So I'm going to leave you there. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry for being away for so long. Videos should be a lot more regular now that I've got settled in my new place. And yeah, leave a like, really helps me out. I will see you next time in Elite Dangerous. This is Commander Curses signing off.